Hey guys, it's JD from Pong's Little World, and today we're unboxing and reviewing the smartwatch made by Wyze. Now, this is a little bit of a different video than what I normally do. Obviously, this is still a technology review. However, I actually bought this watch here with my own money. Typically on this channel, I get companies to send me out their products, and I in turn give them an honest review, and I tell you guys what I think of the product. And now this one here, again, I actually purchased with my own money simply because I thought it would make for a good video. And this is also a very cheap smartwatch. It's only 20 bucks. You can find it on their website, which will be down below in the description below this video. Hopefully this thing is pretty good. Now Wyze, I actually have a couple of Wyze products in our household here. We have, I think, 2 Wyze cameras, smart cameras, mainly for security system, or in our case we have a dog and we just want to keep an eye on her when we're out of the house. And they've always seemed to have made, at least in my experience, pretty decent products for a very affordable price. So hopefully the Wyze watch is also a very good product. Anyway, showing you around the box here, you can see on the front it says Wyze watch, a little picture of what it looks like here. Wyze watch 47. It has sleep tracking here. You could customize the screens. It is also waterproof. I'm not sure what waterproof rating. Woman's health tracking. You also have activity and heart rate tracking, and also blood oxygen tracking. So for 20 bucks so far, the thing seems to have a lot of features. You can see on the back here, the size of the screen, the strap material, which is silica gel, probably like a silicone type of material. You also have compatibility there. Waterproof rating, IP68, so that's actually pretty good. And as you can see, that's what is included in the box. Battery capacity is 300 milliamps. So let's go ahead and open this thing up. Again, for 20 bucks so far. I mean, I just have a feeling this thing is going to be pretty good, at least judging by what the box says. Hopefully it's pretty good. Again, I have high expectations coming from Wyze, so hopefully this product does not disappoint. Let's go ahead and get this open here. And there it is so far. So for the unboxing experience so far, it's pretty good, relatively basic, but gets the job done. Looks like under here we have the quick start guide right there. And then we also have a charging cable here. You can see it is wireless. You just simply plug this up to the bottom of it with the magnets there, and it has 2 charging pins right there. And then here is the actual watch. Okay. First of all, yeah, this thing feels solid right off the bat. Pretty decent feeling band, not bad. You can see it says Wyze right there, and the aluminum housing here again feels actually pretty decent, especially again considering the price point of the thing. Wyze watch 47, WW3, I'm not sure what that stands for, but yeah, here it is. Very nice. There is your charging contacts for the for the charger, of course. And let's go ahead and try to turn it on here. It might need a charge, and it doesn't. It says Wyze, and it looks like there you could start setting it up. So that's what I'm going to do now. Again, so far, initial impressions, I am very happy with it. All right, so now let's go ahead and go over how to use the app. Now, if the audio quality right now isn't as good as it normally is, please excuse that. We will be back to normal audio quality in just a couple minutes here. But anyways, here is the app now. This is just the Wyze app. This is where you can access the watch settings and a couple of other things. And even if you have like a Wyze camera or something like that, this is the app that they use. So after you set up the watch, which by the way, it's actually pretty simple. It didn't take me too long at all. This is what you'll see. So you have a couple of things here. You have number one, your clock face here. Let's go ahead and click on edit. And here we have a whole bunch of different watch faces. You have some of the stock ones here up at the top. You could actually change those within the watch also, or you could even have even more watch faces right here. And you can see there's just a whole bunch of them here. Typically, I kind of like the color bar here. That just kind of appeals to me, you know, all the colors and stuff. That looks pretty cool. Anyway, so there's that bunch of different things here right there, as you can see. That's going to go back here. We'll just keep it stock for now. You also have settings here. First of all, you have notification, and basically what this is for is you could turn off and on notifications for these different apps. And actually there is a whole bunch of different apps here. I'm quite impressed. For example, you could turn off and on notifications for Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, even Uber and Lyft apps, which is really cool. Or heck, even Google Maps and Apple Maps. Every other smartwatch that I've ever reviewed don't have settings for this. So this is actually pretty cool to see. Especially considering the price point of the thing. You also have stretch reminder here, which basically just reminds you to, get up and walk around or even stretch. Let's go back here. You also can change your activity goals here. You can change your goal for your steps and your calories. You also have do not disturb right here. That's pretty self-explanatory. You also have raise to wake, which does work. I was trying it out a couple minutes ago, and it works relatively good. You could do the start time and end time for that, or you could even just turn it off if you want to completely, or even back on, which I'll go and keep mine on. You also can change what side you're wearing the watch on. You could change it to left or right. In this case, I wear my watch on my left wrist. It's going to go back here. Actually, you can see right here, that's how you change it. I believe you could even tap. No, I don't think you can. You actually have to go here and change it. It's pretty interesting. You also have watch app display, which, okay, so this shows basically the different apps that you could have on. You can see all of these here already added on, or I believe you could even delete a couple of them. No, actually, you can move them around, however. Just like that. You also have down here in hidden apps, you have your cycle tracker. I would assume if you set your gender in the app to female, that would be then added on to here. It's going to go back. I'll just discard it, whatever. You could also choose running in the background. Okay, so while I keep running in the background, your watch needs the app to run background to work on Find My Phone, SMS, shortcuts. Okay, so yeah, there's that. You also have a couple of apps here. You could change. I'm going to click on weather in just a second. However, it might show my location. All right, so if you click on weather, it actually shows your location, but you could also change between Celsius and Fahrenheit and a couple of other things in here. You also have shortcuts, which you can, add a shortcut if you would like. It's going to go back here. Let's go and click on data. So here it shows your activity, how many steps you've gone, how many calories you have burned, your heart rate, your sleep tracking, and I believe that is blood oxygen level right here. It's going to go back. You could also go to My Info, and these are actually the I guess you could say the stock settings whenever I paired up the watch. This is just what they were preset to. Birth year was 1980. The height was 5'7", and then it also says that I was 197 pounds. None of this is accurate. I definitely wasn't born in the 1980s, and I am not 5'7" either. So that is just, again, the stock settings there. I haven't changed them around yet. I might later on if I start wearing this watch, just for the sake of this review. But for now, this is just what they're at. So now let's go ahead and I guess show you guys the features of the actual watch. All right, so moving on to the smartwatch here, and again, I just have to say, so far, this thing is really impressive for the price. Number one, it's coming from a very good company, and also has a pretty decent app, and the entire experience so far has been very, very good. I'm really happy with this thing. In my opinion, I'll be honest, it's definitely a little better than any other smartwatch that I've really ever reviewed, mainly just because of the price. And again, it is coming from a very good company. So anyways, moving on to the smartwatch here. Number one, to turn it on, you could either raise to wake it here, which would simply be like on the Apple Watch, just like twisting your wrist and then it turning on, which is basically just what I simulated here. Or you could even press the side button to turn it on just like that. To also turn it off quickly if you want to, you can put your palm over it and that will actually turn it off. I think every other smartwatch that I've ever reviewed, I don't think any of them have that feature where you could actually put your palm on the screen and it will turn off just like here on the Apple Watch. Did it right there. Quite a cool feature actually if you want to quickly turn off the display. Also, if you want to completely turn it off, you'd actually hold the side button here and then it'll bring up this display right here. Anyways, swiping to the right from the left here will bring up this display. You also have some how many calories you have burned right here, along with how many steps you have gone. As you can see right there, calories and steps on like a graph right there. Swiping to the left will get you back to the main screen. If you swipe down from the top, you have your notifications here. It's going to go back here. If you swipe to the left, you have a whole bunch of different apps here, which I'll go over in just a second. It's going to go back to the main screen. And if you swipe up, I'm not going to show this on camera, but there's a couple of different things here, and it shows actually your the temperature outside. It also shows what city you're in, which is why I'm not going to really show this display unless I kind of block it out here. But anyways, you have your battery percentage. You can also change your brightness around. I believe you can turn off and on Do Not Disturb, which yes, you can. And then you can also find your phone from here. So there's that. All right, so moving on to those apps, let's go ahead and turn it on here. Let's go and swipe to the left. Let's go and get that glare out of there. And you have a couple different things here. First of all, you could go ahead and start your exercise here. Let's go and let that begin. It'll buzz right there, which it just did. Shows how long you've been going for. It also shows your current time, how many miles you've gone, beats per minute, along with your pace right there, and also how many calories you have burned. Let's go and go back here. Let's go ahead and end it, just like that. This right here actually shows your screen that I showed earlier. I believe if you swipe to the right, it shows this exact display, or you could get to it in here. Again, it shows just how many steps you've gone, how many calories you have burned. This also shows your blood oxygen level right here, which actually we're going to go ahead and get out of that. We could also track your heart rate right here, which I don't really have a way of telling if that's really accurate or not, because I don't have, a professional like machine to actually track your blood oxygen level and stuff like that. So I really don't have an accurate way of finding out if that's accurate. However, this probably will just give you like a good ballpark figure. It'll kind of give you like an estimate of what your heart rate actually is. At this price point, you can't really expect 100% accuracy on those type of things. You also, let's go and get back here. You could also track your sleeping right there. You also have an alarm right here, which you could go ahead and set. You also can set a timer right here, as you can tell. And then you could also set some shortcuts right here, which you do within the Wyze app. That's how you spell Wyze, by the way, in case you're wondering. You also have your weather right here, which I'm not going to click on that. That shows your location again. Basically, it just shows the weather. It's pretty basic. You also have your settings right here, which you could change the wallpaper, as you can see right there. It's going to go back here. I believe we have to click this button, and you do. Let's go and click on heart rate. And okay, so you could turn on continuous monitoring. That's kind of cool, actually. There's that, of course, it can reduce your battery life right there because it's continuously monitoring it. You also can change around your brightness right here. That's the lowest level, middle, and then high. You also can change around your Do Not Disturb settings here. I believe just, turning it off and on right there. You could also turn off and on raise to wake. There's that. You also have a system control right here, which you could just restart it, shut it down, or even reset it if you would like. You also have your compliance info, which basically just tells about the watch. Compliance info, obviously. And then you also have about, which also tells about the watch. I don't really want to click on this. I believe that shows like your MAC address and stuff. Basically personal stuff about the watch. So there it is. Again, so far, I'm pretty happy with the thing. Anyways, I guess I'll go ahead and stop this clip and give you guys my final opinions. Alright, so there was a relatively short unboxing and review on the Wyze watch. Now, like I mentioned earlier, overall, I'm pretty happy with this watch. Again, this is kind of initial impressions. I really haven't had a bad experience with this watch so far. I don't really know even if I would have a bad experience with it, because so far it seems really, really good. Again, especially considering the price point. Definitely the cheapest watch price-wise that I have reviewed. However, I'll be honest with y'all, it kind of seems like pretty much the best, especially again considering the price. Number one, the thing looks really nice. Not as good as an Apple Watch, but again, an Apple Watch is way more expensive. This is definitely a very cheap smartwatch. However, I think you're certainly getting probably more than what you paid for. Again, looks pretty nice and also seems to work pretty well. So overall, if you are looking for a relatively cheap smartwatch, I would certainly consider this one. Of course, look around on the market, maybe see if you can find a better deal on a better smartwatch. However, I really don't think you're going to beat this thing for the price. So yeah, I guess that's really it for this video. Hope everybody enjoyed, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.